how to practice. You practice out of time. You practice slowly. You don't practice, of course, with a click. You practice regarding information and you teach yourself little by little. It's how it's done with everything. It's how it's done in law. It's how it's done in medicine. It's how it's done in any field, in any art, in any endeavor. There is a slow learning curve, and that picks up after a while. Here's some proof, I think, to support that. A lot of musicians who have not learned how to read or have not taken that 1 year or so, because reading and developing your playing as a learning musician is more or less about a year-long event, to then demystify music so that you can start to pick up tempo. Because you don't want to learn music slowly all your career, it would be too frustrating. But 6 months, a year is a great time to demystify most of the information in music to then allow you to learn what I would call the real meat and potato elements of music, the truly informative elements. So in that time, you want to play slowly and out of time. And I suppose the proof of that is if there are any of you watching this who have not learned music in an academic, proper way, and you're playing sort of the same licks, sometimes for 20-ish years. If you have not gotten better, you're probably not going to get any better unless you do something to change, let's say, the direction and the manner in which you play and learn. That is best solved. People often ask this question, what is the best way to learn? And the best way to learn is, the answer is not something that people really want to hear. Best way to learn is to take a while and learn slowly at a time until you can get it in time. Subdivide rhythms, learn harmony, learn music away from the instrument and also on the instrument. That's the way a musician solves the puzzle of music. If you're into the blues, you can do that at home with records. If you're into rock, you can do that at home with records. CDs, you can learn a lot of the artful end of music without going to a music school. You go to music school to learn music factually. Go to a teacher factually. You go to somebody who will offer you factual information. That's how you learn. And that's what you ought to do as a part of your day. See, the day is allowed to be divided up into the jam part of the day. I'm listening to my favorite bands part of the day. There's things you need to look into. You know, if I'm in business, I have to deal with the books, and I have to deal with the inventory, and I have to deal with the rent and customer service and the whole list of things. As a musician, we have to deal with several items at the same time. The instrument, the notes on the instrument, how do I articulate them? And these are the things that makes a musician get better and grow in music.